I actually heard that she doesn't look at her criticism because for her mental being.
That's what I heard as well. But here's the thing: there's a limit to how much you try to avoid negativity on the internet. Like to be
Exactly.
like yeah, like to be fair, internet can be a really shitty place, right?
Yes.
But at some point, like especially which I think you might mention later on, like because we talked about this the other day regarding like the NBC executives basically coming in, um, like not looking particularly happy with the show.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
You can talk about that because I don't think that's in my point. Like that
Oh,
was not
okay.
my main point.
Yeah, because
Yep.
the thing is that at some point, when a little, when you have basically universal dislike regarding your comment, you have to think that okay, maybe I'm doing something that's either not liked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like or something like, oh, look at me, I'm not particularly doing well in terms of ratings, in terms of reviews, because like even if she doesn't believe that what she's doing is bad but like or anything, if
Mm.
she looks at like let's say Rotten Tomatoes or like IMDb or just the general state of like her YouTube channel, for example, right?
Right.
It's like you can probably tell if I were her, I would be like, oh, okay, maybe I'm doing something particularly wrong. That's like, and I'm not doing something that's like that's working essentially,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because if you look at because if you look at Rotten Tomatoes or like IMDb, her rating is like really bad when it comes to at least in terms of like just user, like
No,
normal.
that's that's the funny thing though. Like I remember coming across this video on YouTube. It was like
Mm-hmm.
a curb your meme kind of joke, I think. So
Uh-huh.
like it's there was a snippet of her like making fun of the director of Joker for one of his poorly rated movie, and she was saying about like how he's white, and then like he started like 1.7 or 1.2 on Rotten Tomatoes, and she was like, man, that's so bad. And then like it curbs your meme to how her show got the same rating or even worse, I think 1.2
Oh
or something.
my
And I
god,
just thought like, that didn't age well, did it?
that
That
didn't
joke
age
of her.
well. Oh
I
my
just yeah, and some people think it's also rigged because like Rotten Tomatoes in terms of users it's 1.2, but like the one next to the user it was like high, so
Oh yeah,
people
yeah,
were
yeah.
like,
So it's the yeah. This is the one that I mentioned to you the other day as well when I found out about this. But like critics, like at least the internet critics, quote unquote professional critic,
yeah,
basically loves the show.
why?
I'm not sure whether that's paid reviews or whether they genuinely out of like some kind of political agenda or whatever really do like the show. Yeah,
Oh,
because
like
yeah, like it's like basically what do you call it like okay, her show is very different. It's not like the other type of shows that we have so far. Yeah,
what did you
but
say?
yeah, but going back to just now, it's basically like like it could be like in terms of the critics at least, it could be something along the lines of like, oh, look at the show, it's really different. It's like it's new, it's hip, quote unquote hip.
God,
Maybe we
no, no.
could like yeah. So maybe we could like promote the show so that people would like us more, or blah blah blah, this and that. Which is so weird if you think about it, because traditional media, right,
Yep.
usually shuns down like YouTubers for the majority of the time. I think,
Yep.
right? I'm
Or
not
like I
sure.
said,
Yeah.
it's a conspiracy. Somebody mentioned this before. I think Live Love Live or something like that. Who
Mhm.
like they reacted to her and they were like having a conspiracy moment where they were like, what if they purposely let her do that, tell her everything is all right, just to make a point that women can't host correctly, and YouTubers just can't amount to anything else beyond YouTube.
Are
Like
you
they'll just
talking about? Are you talking about the reviews, or are you reviewers, or are you talking about um like the MBC executives?
either or actually,
Oh,
because
either
like
or.
yeah, because like if you think about it, yeah, if they have an agenda of like they want to push this show to keep going to show people how shit it is, so that the
Mhm.
next so that there will be no precedent able to appear from this, you know? As in, like, a lot of YouTubers were concerned because they were afraid that, as how shitty the show was, they were afraid that they will never be given any more chances to any other YouTubers to do the same thing because she already set an example of how bad it was, you know?
Oh, so you're basically saying like they did this on purpose so that okay, look at this.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
this show
It's
is like
so bad.
super bad. Like why would YouTuber to
Yeah.
do this? Or
Or
something like
even
that.
any more women to do this, or anyone
Ah,
bisexual to do this, or anyone what was her other title, her other
uh,
tag,
woman of color.
woman, yeah, a person of color to do this. Basically, some people are are theorizing that the reason why the executives or maybe some people are okay with this and keep this going, and how she got a season 2, surprise surprise,
Mm-hmm.
um was that it was to prove a point of like there shall be no more next after her gitu.
Oh,
That was something that I was like kind of like, whoa, this could be a
oh, like a
theory.
conspiracy theory. Okay, okay, I see.
Yeah, like the executives, like they don't actually want her, like they were disapproving of her, like what you said, right? But they thought we could do something with this, you know, we
That's
could
a
show how
poor
shit.
idea, to be fair, though. Like, that's a terrible idea, to be fair, though, if you think about it. Because they're losing
Yeah,
money for this.
true,
They're losing
very true.
tons and tons of
No,
money just
but
for this.
but then again, I think you also know, right, that her studio is actually not in the main lot of is it ABC or NBC?
NBC, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like
you're
it's
right,
not the
though.
main
You did
lot.
mention that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's like a
It
lot of people did mention that. The fact that,
Yeah,
like,
it's at the back lot where like it's kind of away from like the main like attraction.
yeah, like
So
the main studio, as in.
yeah,
Okay.
and like to be fair, like when I saw her set, because I told you I watched a few minutes of her episode 1, right? Her
Uh-huh.
set looked so like honestly, it looked like the stage that we used during high school. Like like that was something that came out of a high school auditorium kind of like vibe. Like
Uh,
it didn't look as elegant as it was supposed to be. I don't know. For me personally, I felt like the budget was so like low.
at least compared to other late night show hosts, is it?
Yeah, at least compared to like
Yeah.
at least for example, Jimmy Kimmel, like he had like a band and he had like like it was wide and then he had bands like with levels. I think if I'm not wrong, the bands were like above or something. And then
Mm-hmm.
like even Ellen, she had like a very quite like a long and a wide stage, right?
Yeah, yeah, studio and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Lily just had like one tiny kind of like podium kind of level kind of like
I
area, which I thought
mean,
was
yeah,
I
I
don't know.
mean, to be fair, like, I'm not sure whether you know this show. It's called the Eric Andre Show.
Oh, I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, so the Eric Andre Show is technically quote unquote a late night show as well, except it's like just a lot more like imagine it's on steroids or something.
But yeah, but it's like wacky and like it's meant to be chaotic by
Yeah,
the
it's
end of
meant
the
to be
show,
super
right?
chaotic and low budget. Even that particular studio, I think, felt bigger than hers.
Oh, really? I've never seen the studio actually. Maybe I
The
should check
studio
it
is
out.
pretty small. Like there's one episode where they let a goddamn grizzly bear in, and like even then, like just because of that alone, I thought that it's much bigger than hers, because her stage looks not particularly large. I think.
Right. It looks kind of like mediocre, you know. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can see the Eric Andre thing. I think you're right. I mean, I think the shading also plays a part,
Oh yeah, the
and like
shading on
the and like the table is also quite big, so it makes it look quite of like big. For her, I felt like her table was so tiny. I don't know why. Or maybe she's basically just like a fast money maker machine for
NBC.
NBC. Like it's just for them to get quick money. It's not about whether it's qualitative or not. Just like as much as we can, we will churn it all out. And then when she's no longer relevant or really nobody wants her to be on, then like yaudah, bye bye.
That could
Which
be.
kind of sucks. But like it kind of sucks for her too, though. Like I would feel bad if that happened, because I don't want that to happen to her too. Because I mean, like she's human after all, and she can change. But it's just it sucks to see that, and then the very same people who gave her the job, and also the very same people she's shitting on, who's allowing for her to shit on them. So it's like
Mhm.
kind of a weird, like fucked up power play going on situation. I feel. Yeah,
Okay.
see, it does feel like a power play situation. Like you hating on your boss, but you're working for your boss. But
Yes.
but your boss knows that you hate him or her, and the boss was like, yeah, it's fine, cause at least you give me money, something like that.
Oh.